Yo, what is poppin', everybody? Welcome to HQ, a familiar space for all of you guys tuning in. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video. Drop a couple likes, subscribe, drop a couple comments. It does wonders for getting these videos out to more people. So thank you guys so much for the support. It's awesome to see. Today is a little bit of a different vibe. Meeting marathon today. Meeting with clients this morning, e-commerce consulting, doing a couple of execution things in between, and now going to jump into some content strategy sessions, thinking about content planning, the purpose behind the content. Got another client check-in, and then we're doing a Facebook advertising account audit. So we're going to give you guys a little bit of a look. I know everyone is at home working from home. You're going to see what it looks like for your boy to be working from home, checking in. So it is what it is. We're grinding it out. Got a lot of cool meetings today, pitches, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, you're going to get an inside look. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. You know what it is.
I've been getting used to when my phone ring. All I get is good news. All my boys been working. Ain't no day when nobody's certain.
Hey, Laura.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Feels like Friday. How your day's going, but mine is nothing. Stop.
In a good way?
Yes, it's just been like,
Yeah.
there's calls after calls, and you're like, what did I just talk about?
Like, I've been doing a lot, but I can't quite remember exactly what it was.
That's right. I'm the old pen and paper girl. I'm like jotting down notes.
Nice.
There's just a lot going on.
Well, I'm pumped to connect. Sammy gave me a little bit of a rundown about, you guys in the past, but, I would love to get your kind of just rundown on what you're currently doing and what you've been building and who you're working with.
Sure. So, started Lift Consulting exactly 15 years ago, and thought was to work with entrepreneurs and really do big agency New York things for smaller businesses. A long-standing relationship with L'Oreal. So I work with hair salons on all different initiatives, from email blasts to when Facebook pages were a thing, helping to manage their Facebook page, media, again, in local markets, and have done just a breadth of marketing and PR work for hair salons. So I feel as though, and I've talked to a couple people, that it's a hard company to find that you can trust, that can actually get results.
Yeah.
Can see the needle move.
I'm curious to know your background with these products on that platform. And then, with an SEO play, that's definitely a lot of the language that we speak around. What is your content distribution look like from your site? What are your kind of owned media outlets on the site? And then plays into definitely how the site is structured. I think there's an element of basically your paid media testing to see if you can build top of funnel or mid of funnel engagement and interaction to really start driving sales. And we primarily do that on Facebook and Instagram. We're not really a Google PPC group or house. We haven't done any engagements in that, honestly. So we would come at it from a little bit of a different angle, but I feel like depending on what you currently have set up on the site and how you're addressing a couple of those things, there'd probably be a set of recommendations that we can make around establishing the foundation and then, building on top of that. I feel like the way that you're operating is kind of in line with how we would like our partners to be. I know bandwidth is always a situation, but the fact that you might be able to give us some of those internal insights and have that marketing perspective would be super helpful as we're doing, even a site audit. Just having your feelings, thoughts, and perspectives on stuff is super helpful. Yeah. No, I'm happy to answer any questions as you're going through the process. I know e-commerce is a beautiful beast. When it works, it's awesome, and when it's not working, it can just feel like you're banging your head against the wall. So however I can be a resource as you're going through that discovery process, let me know. Line's always open.
Okay, great. Well, this is wonderful. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll let you know either way what we're going to do in the next week or so.
Yeah, keep me posted. And good luck on the search process. I know it can be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I just like knowing people, but it feels like I don't know anyone that fills this space. So I'm meeting new people.
Yeah, that's awesome. Grow the Rolodex, eh?
Right, exactly. Call in favors.
Yeah.
Miss her. Tell her I said hello.
I will for sure. Yeah. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Again.
What's going on, guys? Doing great. Getting rolling. Yeah, it feels good. It's been we've had a bunch of sessions, so we're kind of finding our groove and figuring out how it's best going to work. So it's been a great process. I'm pumped about it.
Awesome.
Pretty much anything that's going out for now on Instagram or email. So we have like lead gen posts, which are like to bring in revenue to the business, timeline, which is like graphics or videos under 60 seconds, and then reels, self-explanatory.
Have stuff that's ready for you guys to like give feedback on, or just go in like, where do I need to be doing that, and then how should I be telling you like, or anyone like, hey, this is created, or
I think what we could do, I'm trying to find where that folder was. There it is. We have this backlog folder here, which is where Vicky's uploading his videos.
right on.
I think maybe for content-wise, I think that's only 2 boards you really have to look at. It's just execution and then just a calendar board if you want to get an idea of like what we're scheduling.
Post that did really well too last week. That Will Smith one almost broke 100K, so that one's definitely a win, I think.
Nice. Like, damn, like that. That's my heart. So
yeah, exactly. Either that or like getting someone in their feels like immediately within the first like 3 seconds of the video.
Yeah.
And that's it definitely works. And
Where we have like multiple tabs now, so I'm basically trying to have like a tab for each shoot, and then within that tab it's got 5 to like 8 reels and then 3 to 5 IGTVs. And that's basically like the master for how we're going through the shoots. All right, guys, so you want to see how the sausage gets made? Everyone wants to see how the sausage gets made. Everyone wants the inside look. And I just thought this is cool, getting plugged in with Gerard's team, kind of how they operate. It's pretty well done. I mean, it's a lot to take in at first, but like this is just an example of what a month of a content plan would look like with their team. It's like, it just shows you what it takes to really build that content machine and have the team that's executing. I mean, there's 6, 7, players within the players that are doing this, whether it's planning, creating, writing, posting. There really is like this machine of people operating. It's been really cool to get plugged in. And for anyone who's trying to dissect, work through that process of like content planning, a couple of tips for you. Definitely think about batching your content. How can you be creating multiple pieces during a session that are then going to overflow into the rest of your week? And then also really figure out what is the best kind of master for you to be able to putting that down, whether it's a project management tool, whether it's a Google Sheet, a Word document. I've seen it done a lot of different ways. Asana is a great tool. We use them a bunch, and I would highly recommend it if you haven't used it before. But that being said, find the system that works best for you. And if you put in that planning time ahead of time, then it can make the whole content creation, social media process a lot more enjoyable for you and not quite such a heavy lift. And there's levels to it. You don't necessarily have to go all in, 3 posts a day at the beginning. But there's a version of that for you, for what your bandwidth is and what your team looks like. And it's something that we've started doing a little bit more with our clients, thinking about planning and all of that. But it's definitely been cool to get the inside look at one of the highest levels of functioning like this with a true kind of content machine. And man, it's awesome. We're getting up and running. We're like 2 or 3 weeks in to getting rocking with Gerard's team. But man, we're learning so much just about the process, about the planning, about the execution. We're having a blast so far. So 1 meeting down and a couple more to go.
I got a 2020 terrain that's got the black wheels, the black.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I like your style.
It's cool.
That is pretty cool. How's your week going?
Good. So far, so good. How's yours?
I can't complain. It's been kind of all over the place, I guess. That's how I would describe it. started doing some like more e-commerce focused like consulting, which has been really interesting. And kind of getting me back into that headspace of, like Shopify and more email automation and advertising. So it's been fun, but kind of a new mix this week. So it's been a very dynamic week, but having a lot of fun with it. So I can't complain.
Meeting with a company that was called Distribution Management, and they work with a company called Hinge. And they're all about, they do the e-commerce, but they do it through other retailers. Yeah. So like Walmart, eBay, I'm sure Shopify.
Other vendors.
Yeah.
We've got a couple things teed up for today and tomorrow. We've got some influencer posts. We've got like a lifestyle shoe tying, and then we've got an influencer reel, actually. That'll be cool to try out.
Oh, very cool. Billed by Amazon. So we would save on all of those fees that are associated with Amazon doing all the pack and shipping.
Yeah. So they think that they can get more margin for you guys?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What I'm seeing that I really like is we're seeing some diversity. So I've got some people that are posting people of color, just so we can put some diverse humans into our feed. Yeah. So that's coming. I'm excited about that.
Right on. That's great. Great connecting. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, you too. Tell Sammy I said hi.
I will, for sure.
See ya.
Bye.
How many meetings this week?
You want me to count? Like 25. Yo, what is going on?
Hi, man.
Howdy.
Yeah, I'm at the OSnap offices right now.
Where are those again?
Apex.
Apex, that's right, okay. How many people are on the OSnap team?
So there's 5 people full-time.
5 people full-time.
There's Dale, the founder, CEO, and inventor. There is Dave, who's our engineer. He works very closely with Dale. And then we have Mark, who leads our operations. He's more of like I wouldn't call him a CFO, but he manages our finances. He's very great with operations. He's very organized. There's JD, who is more of the graphic designer, web designer. He's the guy who edits any of our videos. Yeah. He's the one who holds the camera, but he's very in tune with the web design and graphic design. Nice. He's more of that than he is.
Yeah, you guys have some killer content, man.
Our current agency hop on too, just as we can let him hear your analysis.
Let's do it. That'd be sick.
Agency wars.
It was definitely this process was definitely kind of interesting for me, at least to go a step further of just like looking at how other people in your space are approaching their digital advertising. And man, there is a ton of variety. So I'll pull up like some of what I found, and then from there we can have a conversation around it. So, and those were like my biggest call outs around like ad mix of saying, hey, it's definitely worth like leaning into the other type of creative that your industry is using and saying, hey, let's try some different formats, pull from what they're trying. And then my last comment, just in regards to where those ads are pointing, I feel like, what you're paying for from a cost per click when you're advertising like sponsored content as opposed to a direct purchase may be a really interesting way to build top of funnel brand awareness and engagement around EFX. So like, does it make sense to have a owned content outlet on your website where you can drive cheap traffic to just learn more about the market, do that, foundational education, subtle plug of, this is where you sign up today, to have a kind of complete realm of the content plays you're making, but then also using paid advertising to drive traffic to it. And Galileo's doing that. It's a really popular thing, and with DTC brands to have owned media outlets, where they're really kind of steering or providing value to their target audience. You'll see like listicles and comparacles and all the ickles of like different content that's being created. But as a way to get cheaper traffic, because if you're trying to find a way to get that cost down and your direct conversion stuff isn't working, well, here's a more roundabout strategy that may build and educate people.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time to kind of put this together. This is really thorough and definitely in line with a lot of the observations.
Yeah, that's like, I would say that's just a major, No. You want your highest, you want high quality. I'd be building off of like a purchase list or email subscribers or just like people that have actually demonstrated an interest in the brand, at least beyond, just checking it out.
But
if you can get a 10-second testimonial and just run one of them and just like pump different UGC approaches, that would be really interesting too. Sometimes I think we try to get too strategic in our brains and Facebook is going to do what it says it's going to do, and that's it. Like, traffic is traffic, a video view is a video view, and a conversion is someone who's taking the next step. Which one do you want? Do you want a video with a lot of views on it? Do you want a website that said it got 50,000 visitors, or do you want someone that actually signed up and was interested? Yeah, I'm super curious to know what that other guy says too. I'd be interested to know his perspective on approaches to targeting.
Sure.
And what he thinks. But yeah, man, I hope that was at least interesting for you guys.
Yeah, dude, thank you so much. Appreciate you putting together that report too. That was really nice.
Yeah, right on.
Joe and I have a lot to kind of think through and work through. We're super stoked just to see the content that we got with you a couple days ago.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Awesome.
We're getting that plugged in right now.
If you ever need help too, just watching through some of the content and having us pick out parts that we personally resonated with, and we're like, dude,
oh yeah,
Danny said there was awesome. We're happy to help. So
cool. No, that's awesome.
Extending the offer.
I appreciate that. But yeah, that was cool, guys. Keep me posted. I'll keep you looped in on the content that we're pumping out here. Lots to come.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you.
Y'all be easy.
And looking forward to that email from yesterday.
Oh yeah, no, it's coming.
Whenever you get around to it.
For sure.
Cool. Awesome, man. Thanks a bunch.
All right, fellas.
Talk to you soon.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody, just wrapped up on our meetings for today. I think I've been talking for 5 hours, which just feels like way too much for any human to have to speak. But today was a cool day. Being able to bounce between content strategy, e-commerce consulting, content development, Facebook advertising, brand strategy. Talk about a day of just all the elements of what we do together. It's incredible just to think about the variety of people we're working with, top level entrepreneurs, top level brands, people that are just building super exciting stuff. So I'm super gassed. I have a lot of energy coming out of today, funny enough, even though it was just a marathon of a day. And it always feels good to be able to have fun conversations and add value. So even if some of this stuff doesn't come to fruition, it's still a win. We're learning, getting better every single day. And you can't hate that because every day we're getting better. So super cool, super, super cool. I'm done.
I got belief in my circle. We all stay together when it go down, and they got my back like Herschel. I got girls that used to turn me down, and they wanna know if we could turn up. Say they saw me on a Spotify, and they never thought I'd be blowing up.